Teamwork is not a great mystery that involves complicated theories. In fact, it's relatively simple. But it does involve mastering 5 behaviors. Behaviors that at one level are simple, but they're deceptively difficult to master. And the first of those, and possibly even the most important, is the behavior of trust. Trust on a team is essential. Without it, the team is not able to perform anywhere close to its full potential. Trust is the jet fuel of human performance. With it, people are able to be authentic, open, and form genuine relationships with one another. And the kind of trust that is really, really important on a team is vulnerability-based trust. When that is there, the mode that we're sitting around the table in is not a protective, defensive one where we're justifying our actions, but rather it's an open one where we acknowledge mistakes, where we admit weaknesses, where we ask for help, and we invite other people in. So trust is essential. It's at the base of the triangle. It provides stability, and it makes actually all the other behaviors possible. Key to which is the behavior of conflict. And this is not the negative kind of conflict, mean-spirited and personal. Really, this is the conflict around ideas. This is the ability of the team to engage and to weigh in on ideas, to put things on the table in such a way that the team considers everything and makes really, really great decisions. Conflict without trust is politics, and politics is not constructive on a team. But conflict with trust is a team grappling with the real issues, putting everything on the table in order to make the best kinds of decisions. Often this is referred to as passionate, unfiltered debate, or PUD. And teams need PUD. It needs to be passionate. The energy around the table needs to be felt and experienced. Unfiltered means that we're not weighing and overly weighing our words for effect. We're putting it out there. And the debate is essential, that we're challenging and questioning. And it's all in the interests of making the best decisions for the team. So trust and conflict. This is the creative part of teamwork. We're really coming to grips with the issues. And what that allows on the team is that it allows for commitment to develop. Without conflict, without trust, commitment is often shallow and superficial. But with it, the commitment is such that people really, really buy in with their heart. Not just with their heads, but buy in with their heart to where the team is going and the kinds of actions that the team needs to make to really get things done. An emotional buy-in is essential. That kind of commitment is absolutely necessary in order for the team to move forward and to do great things. But it's not just that, it's also clarity as well. That's the essential part of commitment, that there is a plan, people know what to do, everyone on the team understands their role, how to contribute, what they need to do in order to make the team successful. And when you've got this kind of commitment in place, then it's relatively easy to master the next behavior, which is the behavior of accountability. Without emotional buy-in, without clarity, accountability is a vague concept. But with it, it's relatively easy to occur. And on a team, the most powerful form of accountability, especially when everybody is bought in and there's lots of trust and there's passionate, unfiltered debate, the most important kind of accountability on the team is peer-to-peer. That's when people across the table are holding one another accountable to the decisions and the standards of the team. And that responsibility for accountability is not just in the team leader, but it's actually equally shared by all members of the team. In fact, in great teams, it's often, at first glance, quite difficult to see who the leader of the team is, because it's lively and it's open and people are holding each other accountable with full ownership of what needs to be done. And once that is in place, then the final behavior of the team is to focus on collective results. And actually, this is the real purpose of the team. It's to deliver results. And the most powerful form of results to deliver are those that are collective. The combined effort of people to create value for whom the team serves. Now, very often, when a team is unable to master these behaviors, we refer to them as dysfunctions. And dysfunctions are when the team is not working at its full potential. And the presence of those dysfunctions create cultural issues in the team that really, really should be avoided. The dysfunction when it comes to trust is the absence of trust. So the vulnerability and the openness and the genuineness is not there. And what that creates is an environment of invulnerability. And so rather than opening up and inviting others in, the barriers come up, the shields come on. We become more guarded, more cautious, more careful. We close down to one another. And already the seeds of the team's dysfunction is beginning to be sown here. Because what happens next is when there's invulnerability of a team, then conflict becomes a dangerous thing. And a fear of conflict begins to creep into the culture of the team. And what that leads to, what that creates, is the most dangerous kind of harmony. And that's artificial harmony, where people now start to manage their behavior and their words. They're more cautious, more careful, speaking up, telling the truth. Putting the truth on the table is now a risky endeavor rather than the essential part of the creative process of the team. So artificial harmony then begins to lead to a lack of commitment, where the buy-in is not as deep and as wide as it needs to be. And because important decisions are not being made, deadlocks being broken, the clarity that is required in order for each person to understand their role is not there. And instead what that creates is ambiguity. And ambiguity is very dangerous on a team. When one thing could mean two or three things, when we're not sure whether people have really committed, when people say one thing but end up doing another, that starts to create doubt on the team, doubt, uncertainty. The team begins to lose its confidence. And what that then leads to is an avoidance of accountability. Precisely at the moment where the team needs to be holding each other to the standards and the decisions that the team have made, that is not happening. And instead of accountability, what we have is mediocrity creeping in. And mediocrity on a team means that you've got great team members, but they're not performing to their true potential. People are withdrawing. And mediocrity, in essence, leads to an inattention to results, especially to collective results. And what individual team members then start to do is they then start to play for themselves, and that leads to politics, silos, and at its worst, it could lead to unnecessary turf wars. So these 5 behaviors, trust, conflict, commitment, accountability, and results, are essential behaviors to master in order for the team to perform over time.